Welcome all my friends to another awesome story from the Ben 10 Omniverse universe. We go back into the past to the night of the grand opening of Mr. Smoothie in Bellwood, where a Nosdenian appears and starts destroying things. Ben 10 as Stinkfly flies into the restaurant Project Slime at the Nosdenian and attaches it to a wall. The Nosdenian attempts to escape, and after several attempts, the Nosdenian manages to break out of the slime and activates the smoothie machine, causing the pipes inside the machine to project 3 large streams of smoothie, and one of the streams hits Stinkfly and knocks him away. After Stinkfly reverts back into 11-year-old Ben, he is irritated towards the Nosdenian's antics and becomes disgusted at the fact that the smoothie had spilled all over his clothes. The Nosdenian laughs at Ben's defeat and escapes outside. Ben gets up, grabs a Mr. Smoothie cup and catches the Nosdenian with it after he exits outside and jumps. But unfortunately, the Nosdenian escapes from the cup, absorbs some electricity and duplicates himself. Before long, Ben is surrounded by hundreds of Nosdenians. Ben complains that he doesn't have any electrical aliens, but suddenly remembers that he has feedback and transforms into him. Feedback absorbs the energy out of the Nosdenians, which causes them to fall asleep and slowly land on the ground. Max and Gwen arrive in the rust bucket and wrap the Nosdenians up in some of Ben's rubber blankets. Max comments that it's a good thing Ben still needs them. We move forward 5 years into the future as 16-year-old Ben arrives late at the hangar at Plumber headquarters to find Max and Rook waiting for him. Max informs him that he's not working on his own timetable anymore, and Ben says that he was saving the universe. As they prepare to go on patrol, Rook shows Ben the proto-truck, and the two leave the base. Rook gets the feeling that Ben is mad at him. Ben corrects him, saying that he's simply bored. Rook, however, is excited about working with Ben, eager to learn if he stacks up to the legends about him. While on patrol, the pair interrupts various alien incidents, and most of them turn out to be misunderstandings on Ben and Rook's part. The few that were actual crimes, the alien criminals were scared straight as soon as they saw Ben activate the Omnitrix. Ben is bored with the patrol and notes that a normal kid named Corvo is with a cell phone. Rook notices that the phone is extraterrestrial and shouldn't work on Earth. Ben and Rook decide to follow Corvo, but he sees and attacks them before fleeing, and Ben chases after him. Ben tries to transform into Big Chill to chase after the criminal by phasing through the buildings, but he transforms into Heat Blast instead and decides to improvise by flying through the city after Corvo's car. Rook chases Corvo in the proto-truck while Heat Blast flies after him. Corvo shoots at Heat Blast with his weapon and drives away. Heat Blast melts the tires of Corvo's car, which stops it. When the Omnitrix times out and Heat Blast transforms back into Ben just above the ground, Ben then suffers an embarrassing and painful landing while Rook tackles and cuffs Corvo. Questioning the criminal about the alien tech he's carrying, Rook notices a strange sound coming from Corvo's engine, and they investigate. Suddenly, a Nosdenian breaks out of the engine and frees another Nosdenian in Corvo's backpack. Ben is surprised to see the Nosdenians after such a long time. The Nosdenians celebrate their freedom through zapping Corvo and Rook, and they then fly away. Ben and Rook chase the small aliens and leave behind the Corvo, who flees. Rook grapples onto a building to scout for the Nosdenians while Ben chases them on foot. Ben tries to transform into XLR-8, but he transforms into Clockwork instead. Clockwork chases the Nosdenians while quickly becoming exhausted due to his size. Strangely, the Nosdenians allow Clockwork to keep up with them as they pause to wait for him and then continue to fly. They are teasing him, it seems. They arrive at a building where Rook catches up and Clockwork transforms back into Ben, who is tired due to all the running. Ben says that the Nosdenians wanted him to keep up with them, and they enter the building to see a machine powered by dozens of captive Nosdenians. Ben is shocked by this, and the thugs arrive and capture the Nosdenians Ben was chasing. Another thug attacks Ben and Rook and catches them in an electricity bubble. The leader named Fistrick arrives with Corvo, who is not amused to see Ben and Rook. Ben realizes that they steal alien tech and charge it with the Nosdenians and then sell it. After Rook disables the electricity bubble, Ben transforms into Blocks and battles the thugs with Rook. They manage to simply defeat 2 of them, and Blocks transforms back into Ben. Fistrick runs off after Rook disables Corvo, and he and Ben chase Fistrick. Then Fistrick emerges in a giant robot suit powered by 6 Nosdenians and attacks Ben and Rook. Fistrick attacks Ben and Rook with missiles, and they run for cover, and Ben tells Rook to try to not hit the Nosdenians. Ben tries to transform into 4 arms, but he transforms into a new alien named Gravitack instead. Fistrick knocks Gravitack outside the building and continues to attack him. Gravitack fights back and discovers his gravity powers in the process. Gravitack uses them to toss Fistrick around, and Rook arrives and tries to free a Nosdenian. One Nostinian escapes before Fistrix shoots Rook away and knocks Gravitack when he tries to help. He starts punching Gravitack, but Rook operates a crane and knocks Fistrix away. Rook tells Gravitack to keep Fistrix still so he can free the Nosdinians, and Gravitack pins Fistrix down, which destroys the pier they're on in the process. The robot suit gets wet before Gravitack pulls it out, and Rook fires at it with his proto-tool, which frees the remaining Nosdinians and disables the suit. Fistrix fires missiles at Gravitack with his last remaining power, and Gravitack traps them in orbit and sucks Fistrix in as well, transforming into a small planetoid in the process. Gravitack flings Fistrix away and shoots the missiles at him, which destroys the suit, defeats Fistrix, and transforms back into Ben. Rook states that the battle was not easy, and Ben responds that it never is easy. Max comes in with Plumber back up and arrests the gang. Max also reveals that the Nosdinians have volunteered to power under town. With the issue resolved, Rook suggests they go get smoothies, but Ben suggests chili fries instead, which disappoints Rook. At the end, the pair then fly away and gets into another argument about Alien X. Days after the Nosdinian incident, 3 devices strike the ground from the sky. Crash Hopper diverts them away from people and buildings, while Rook protects and evacuates the civilians. The devices cause a derelict ship to appear in Earth's orbit and anchor it to the planet via tractor beams. Crash Hopper lands and transforms back into Ben. Some of the missiles send pink beams up to the ship. Ben and Rook fly the proto-truck to the ship, and Rook says that the beams are anchors. At Plumber headquarters, Solid Plug is causing a ruckus, but he is quickly apprehended by Max. Max tells Ben to be careful, but Ben brushes his concerns off. He promises to call them if he sees anything weird. Rook then notices a giant hole in the ship that they fly into, and they board it. Rook finds a piece of bubble wrap. They explore the ship, finding more bubble wrap. Ben hears something, and he and Rook see the Vreedle brothers, who Rook refers to as the most vile creatures in the universe. Ben attempts to transform into Raph, but he transforms into gray matter instead and climbs onto the ceiling and breaks a pipe, freezing the Vreedles. In the ship's command room, Rook is disgusted with the Vreedles confusing gray matter. Rook says that the Vreedles destroyed the Plumber's Academy, disrupting his final exam. Gray matter thinks that they hijacked the cruiser as revenge, but it seems that they were only scavenging, and they also did not make the hole. They see the proto-truck being stolen, so gray matter pulls it back with a tractor beam before transforming back into Ben. The 4 go to the proto-truck to see that the thief is Argit. Argit is surprised to see Ben. He says that he has the Annihilor, shocking Rook and the Vreedles and confusing Ben. Rook states that according to legend, there once was a race known as the Contumelia whose favorite hobby was jumping from universe to universe, scaring the locals. And if they came to dislike it, it would be destroyed by the Annihilor. While the Contumelia has long since been wiped out, this ship and its secret weapon are still well in existence. While Ben isn't entirely sure the weapon exists, an Incursine warship, captained by Emperor Milius, arrives and attaches itself to the derelict ship. The gathered group splits up to deal with the Incursines. Ben teams with Argit, the Vreedles team with each other, and Rook goes on his own. Ben transforms into Spider Monkey and webs Argit to the wall. Spider Monkey webs Incursines as well, only to see that Argit is gone. Rook takes out Incursines, as do the Vreedles. Argit explores the ship. Ben finds Emperor Milius, who is looking for the Annihilor. Incursions arrive, so Ben transforms into Energy. Energy melts the Incursines' weapons. Soon, Rook arrives, as does Argit. Argit angrily confronts Milius, who promised to buy the Annihilor from him. Energy grabs Argit and demands the Annihilor. Argit says that he gave it to the Vreedles, who left. Everyone sees them flying to Earth. Energy transforms back into Ben, and capturing all the Incursines, Argit, Ben, and Rook arrive on the bridge, where Argit reveals that he was hired by Milius to find the Annihilor. Argit also reveals that the Vreedle brothers found him and forced him to hand over the Annihilor, and now they're escaping to Earth in their ship. Ben and Rook chase after them, unwisely leaving Argit in charge of the Incursines. The Incursines overpower Argit and give chase to the Vreedle brothers, with Ben shooting them both down in front of Mr. Smoothie. In the resulting dog pile for the Annihilor, the Doomsday device is activated. Left with no other choice, Ben transforms into Alien X, just as the universe-destroying energy pulse is fired off from the device. As they watch the universe being destroyed, Ben is able to convince Serena and Bellicus to let him use Alien X to recreate the universe, and to undo the destruction of the universe. They recreate it almost exactly as it was, with a few changes, such as Ben's clothing and the appearance of Mr. Smoothie. Alien X transforms back into Ben, and he discovers that he has received a new hoodie as Rhomboid declares the Annihilor a dud and destroys it. Argit tries to get Milius to pay him, but reconsiders when the Incursines aim at him. Rook takes Argit into custody. The two plumbers and con man go for smoothies as Ben tries to explain that the device in fact did go off and he used Alien X to remake the universe. Rook and Arjit believe that Ben instead suffered from a panic-induced hallucination. Ben still thinks something is different, and it is shown that the Mr. Smoothie building and logo have been altered. Thank you for watching Millennium Pictures. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more awesome videos. Have a nice day.